Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I've recorded or let a video out. It's been too long. So today I'm going to show you guys how I got that really pretty French. It's super simple. It's really quick. I'm just going to go through the in-depth process of prepping, polishing, filing, everything. So if there's anything in between the video that I need to tell you guys, I'll definitely stop and tell you guys. Other than that, I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead and watch me work. So all we're doing right here is just prepping the nail so that it can be ready to get the gel polish on it. All I do is I go in with 100% pure acetone and I just wipe off the nail and remove the shine that way. I know a lot of people like to buff them and all that. I did that in the beginning, and then I tried out this method, and I mean, I wore the nails. It worked perfect, so I decided to keep doing this method. And then I use that gelish foundation as my base coat. To me, it works amazing. I also got this clear builder in a bottle, and I was gonna try it out here, but I remembered that I wasn't even out of my foundation yet, so I don't want to open up a new bottle and all that. I want to go ahead and finish off my foundation gel. So I'm just going to go in right here and just add in my base coat, and then we're going to go on to polish and all that good stuff. Okay, so now it's time for our color. This is my favorite nude from iGel. It's called Cozy Cashmere. I use it on almost all of my nude based Frenches. There's only like a couple other excuse me, there's only a couple other nudes that I actually like, but I like this one the most because it's more sheer, so it looks natural and it looks more like an acrylic nude. So anyways, I'm gonna go in, and the way I like to do my polish so that I don't get bulky tips is I like to go up like towards the cuticle. As you can see right here, I'm gonna be going towards the cuticle for the first 2 coats, cure in between coats, and then on the 3rd coat we're gonna flip it and we're gonna go towards the tip. So you'll see the whole process, and then we'll go ahead and go into the French. one thing that I like to do that works really well for me so that the polish is really neat is I like to let it sit like that. Like I haven't put it into cure yet, so I'll do the first nail on the next stand and then I'll cure after, because right now the gel's like settling, it's getting really like clean looking or smooth, however you want to say it, just so that way there's no like bubbles or streaks or anything like that. I have found that this method works really well, and then I'll put it in, and I do that every single time. Okay, so we have made it to coat number 3. So how we're going to do this coat is we're going to flip it, and then we're going to polish the opposite way, and we're going to do from cuticle to tip now, so that way it can basically balance everything out. I always do 3 coats at least, if not more. And I'll always do the first 2 going toward the cuticle, and then this last one will always go towards the tip, and then we'll go ahead and do our design. If I was going to leave it like this, I would just do the top coat next, and it would be this same way from cuticle to tip. But since we're doing a French, I'm going to show you guys how I like to do a French, so that way you don't get bulky tips, all of that good stuff, because I always get questions on like, why are the tips looking bulky, or you know, from other press-on artists and stuff. And for me, I feel like this way works really well, because you want most of the bulk anyways to be up by the cuticle area. Not bulk, I wouldn't say bulk, I would say more like, if you think of an acrylic nail, you need like the apex. So we're gonna go up towards the cuticle and put the polish that way, and then we're gonna go down to the tip, so that way it's all balanced and even and all that good stuff. Okay, so we made it to the French. This is a brand new brush. It is from Houseofsuppliez on Instagram. I actually have their monthly subscription, which is $12.99, and they send you all kinds of goodies every month. So it's really fun to see what I get. And so this month I got this brush, and I got a couple other things too, but the brush was the main thing that I wanted to try out. Just because I'm always looking for a new brush. So anyway, the shorter end was the 12mm, and then this is a 25mm, and it's super long. It was really thin too, so I was super excited to try it out. So this is how I prep a brush when I first get it. You don't want to stick it in like alcohol or acetone, because it can dry out the bristles, and then it'll like cause like a flaring effect, if that makes sense. Like all the bristles will just flare out, and you don't want that to happen. So excuse me. So basically what I do is I put a clear gel, either top coat or base coat, it doesn't really matter. I put it all over the brush and just like wiggle it around to get any like residue off of it or anything that was on there, and like I'm trying to like pull out anything right there, and then I just wipe it off, and it's basically ready. It moved so nicely, so I'm excited to try it out. So this is the black that I use. I also get asked that a lot. I used to use the Young Nails pot gel, And then Medusa actually reached out to me and sent me some gels, and I have been stuck on them ever since. They are amazing. The consistency is so smooth and it just stays put. It stays, wherever you put it, it's gonna stay until you cure it. So basically all I do is I get the brush like with gel all over it. So you want the gel to go all the way to the top of the brush, because that's what's going to make the brush move super easy and just kind of like glide on the nail. And then you just wipe it off. You don't want to keep the gel like all on there. You want to wipe it off. So we're going to go in, get the gel on, wipe it off, and then when you go in for your French, you want like a really, really clean line. So I'm gonna start from wherever I want it to start. I like to start my Frenches like really high up, and then for my side tips I go straight down to the middle. Like that's literally it. And then I use this same gel to fill it in. I don't go back in with like a gel polish or anything like that, just because I don't want to mess up the beautiful line that I just created. So yeah, we're just gonna go in, thicken up that line a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in and fill it in. And that's really it. It's super simple, super easy. You gotta work on the line, and that's basically it. Okay, so really quick, this is just preference 100%. When I do my Frenches, I like to do one going one way and then the other side going the other way, if that makes sense. So if you could see in the background, the ones that are already done and cured, they're going from the opposite side, and then these ones are going to go from this other side. I personally like to do that just because I don't like both hands to be the same. I haven't had any complaints or anything like that, so I'm guessing that everybody else likes it too. I don't know. I just like to do it like that, so that way both hands are going the opposite ways, and it's just fun that way. So when I'm done with the French, I clean the brush the same way I prepped it. I just wipe off all of the gel, and then I'll go ahead and put some top coat on the brush or on this little no lint pad, and then I'll just swirl it around really gently and then wipe all the gel off, and it's super clean, and then it's ready for the next time. Okay, so we're just gonna speed through the top coat really quick. It's kind of self-explanatory. We're just adding top coat. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I file and buff them before I package or wear or whatever I'm gonna do. Okay, so this right here happens a lot on the pinky ones where there's like some gel left right there. It's really simple to fix. All you have to do is grab the file and then you're gonna go in a downward motion. You don't want to go up towards the polish because you can possibly like chip it. So you just want to go in a one motion and just go down, just like that. And then it removes it. Super easy, super simple. So now when I'm filing to finish the set, I only go at a downward motion, just like that. And I pick it back off and then go down again. I don't go up and down. It's not like that because then you can definitely chip the polish and you don't want to do that. So you just go down just to remove and make it like super, super crisp. So once you're done filing, you're left with like that little piece of the tip or whatever that you filed off. So I just go in with a brand new buffer and just gently like buff that off, and then that's it. It's done, and that looks so crisp and so clean compared to what it looked like before. So yeah, you just go up just very, very gently. It's not gonna chip the polish or anything like that, and then that's it. We're done. Okay, and this is the final product. Here is me wearing them. I hope I was able to teach you guys something. Thank you so much for watching.